speculate. Well, what if you want to see what Kate and Will's baby could possibly look like? Click here. I'll wait 8 months to find out. Who the hell cares? We can't speculate that. Why are we taking our time? Why are we taking up our valuable time speculating on what this kid's going to look like? I don't care. It'll get here soon enough. You know, boy or girl, you know, the next heir to the throne, boy or girl, is going to be, you know, watch it be a girl. I hope it's a girl. I hope it's a girl. But in any case, it'd be a queen. And she'll be treated like a little princess, too. But now they're trying to tell us, well, is the reason that Kate is suffering from such acute morning sickness is because she's having twins. Now, I heard Rush... Excuse me. I heard Rush. Oh, excuse me. I heard Rush earlier today talk about that maybe they were, maybe they do have twins. But it isn't as if Will and Kate can go and do anything about it because everybody's going to know. They can't, they might be liberal. They might believe in a woman's choice, but they can't avail themselves of the choice. I don't know. Can you select? You can selectively abort, right? I do believe that with today's modern medical technology, you can. Yes, you can. You can selectively abort. So if you're having twins, you can, decide to get. I don't know. That probably is going to screw up the twin, but can you imagine twin heirs? Well, technically, they both would not be next in line for the throne because you can't have a co-kingship. So the firstborn, always the firstborn. So even in twins, you got firstborn. They're not born at exactly the same time. Even if they're a minute apart, there's one that's older. So firstborn always gets it. So they'll probably, if they are twins, they'll probably be fighting to get out of the womb. To be the first to get out of the womb. But in any case, here is the picture. The picture has a quote below it, and it says, "Hey brother, do you think? I don't know. Do they think in there? But hey brother, do you think? Do you think there's life after birth?" Notice I didn't say death because their baby's not yet born. One twin says to the other twin in the mother's womb, "Hey, brother, do you think there's life after birth? Do you believe in mom?" Mother. The other twin says, "Nah, I don't believe these things. I'm an atheist. I mean, have you ever seen mom?" Isn't that what liberals and atheists like to tell us about God? Have you ever seen God? I don't believe in God. I'm an atheist. Have you ever seen God? But that's what caught my attention. But here is the rest of the story. And the Black Sphere says, anyone notice that abortion is the only choice a liberal thinks we are mentally capable of making? Yes. Abortion is the only choice. Murder is the only choice that liberals think that we are mentally capable of making. Yet we aren't fit to decide what kind of car we wish to buy, how big of a soda we should drink, what type of fat our French fries are cooked in, what our school-age kids can have for lunch, what school our school-age kids can go to, what type of toilet we can install, what type of toilet tissue we should probably use, what type of shower heads we can use, what kind of light bulbs we can use, what we pay our employees, what kind of gasoline we put in our car, whether we want to own a firearm or not, a gun, read that as gun in Rush Limbaugh's Rhea Linda, what religious institution must give its employees benefits, or what religious institutions must give its employees as benefits contraception, whether we want ethanol in our cars or in our fuel. We can go on and on. You know, we can't make those decisions according to liberals. We're not allowed to make those decisions. But probably one of the most important decisions the most important decision on life, on choice, on whether or not a baby actually gets the right to be born or not. Oh, no. Liberals will go. They will fight to the end, to the death. They will fight to the death to keep their right to end another life. So the one choice a liberal will deny you, or grant you, not deny, will grant you and preserve for you, is your choice. It's also, according to a liberal, the right of a 13-year-old teen to have an abortion without even disclosing the fact to her parents. Yet, that same 13-year-old teen cannot have an aspirin or a Tylenol while in school for a headache. Think about this. Your daughter in high school, 13, 14 years old, can be told by a teacher, guidance counselor, or other faculty member where to go by herself to get an abortion without telling the parents. But that same child cannot be given so much as an aspirin or Tylenol. And if that child actually brings a bottle of Tylenol to school, and it says Tylenol on the tablet, and the child happens to have a headache and takes the Tylenol while on school property, the child will be suspended. But that child will be granted a leave of absence to go have an abortion. So liberals don't think that we're capable of making all kinds of decisions about our own lives. Like, hey, you can't have a decision of what kind of house you really want to build. You've got so many laws and regulations in order to, and I'm not talking about safety, but I'm talking about, in order to keep global warming at bay. And you can't even make the decision to cut down a tree in your own property without the permission of a liberal government. Oh, no. You can't even decide how you're going to earn a living without the government getting involved, without liberals getting involved, requiring you to have a license for all kinds of things. But no. Your 13, 14-year-old daughter can run and get an abortion without anybody's approval. You can't touch another human being for money by the way of a massage, even if you only use a feather in most states without having a massage therapist license. Think about this. You cannot charge somebody $20 to rub their shoulders unless you have a massage therapist license. But there's no license required to lead a teenage girl to get an abortion. There's no permission required from an adult in order to get an abortion. Oh, but that same child cannot have a beer. Oh, she got not even at 18. She got to wait till she's 21 before she can have an alcoholic beverage. Why? Why do they say 21? Because at 21, you are more mature to be able to handle alcohol. But evidently, at 13 and 14, according to a liberal, you are mature enough to decide to end another human being's life. You want to talk about some nut jobs? My friends, there is no more nut jobbery than a liberal. They make no sense. I mean, they want to tell you that, oh yeah, it's perfectly okay to keep a person from having a Tylenol for a headache while in school because they're underage. It's perfectly okay. It's perfectly okay to prevent them from having an alcoholic beverage until they're 21 because, they're not mature enough to handle alcohol. I mean, they're mature enough to fire an M16 in the act of war, but I guess they're not mature enough to have a drink. They're not mature enough to have a drink at 14, but they're mature enough to be able to walk into a doctor's office, into a Planned Parenthood, and say, end my child's life. End my child's life. Yeah, that is something that, 13-year-olds are mature enough to handle. Not to have a drink. Not to have a Tylenol for a headache. Not to drive a car. In most states, you still got to be 15 or 16 to be able to drive a car. I mean, hell, now we're starting to pass laws that don't even allow somebody under the age of 18 to be able to drive with their friends. You go to driver's ed, you get your license after mandatory driver's ed, and then you're told, well, no, you can't drive. You got a license, but you can't drive by yourself for the first year. Or you got to have an adult in the car. Or you can't drive with your friends in the car for the first year until you're 17 or 18 years old. But if you're a girl and you wanted to have an abortion, you could drive yourself to the clinic and have that done. You just can't have a friend drive with you. They'll have to drive separately or get there on their own. But no, you don't have to tell your parents so your parents can drive you. No. You can just drive yourself at the age of 16 to the Planned Parenthood, have an abortion that ends another human being's life. And then you can drive home as long as you don't have anybody else in the car with you who is not a licensed driver over the age of 18. So yes, hallelujah, thank you very much to all you wonderful liberals for telling us that once we are able to actually get born, make it. I mean, because now it's getting, especially if you're a black child, oh my God, you are so damn lucky to be born even into poverty because you made it. Considering now, today, in this day and age, more black babies are aborted than born. But hey, that 13-year-old black child is mature enough to end another black child's life. So if you make it out